Hello and welcome to Worth the Purchase, where I play a game for exactly 1 hour to see if I would buy the game myself. Today we've got Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name, which is a long-winded title for a long-winded series. Okay, that's a bit harsh. I am theoretically a fan of these games, even if I haven't found the time to delve into them properly, and because they reproduce like rabbits every time you sneeze there's a new one, it's really hard to keep up with them. And yes, with a game like this, you can't really tell for sure in 1 hour if it's worth the purchase. I mean, absolutely not. I mean, I knew in less than 1 minute. So this is available digitally for around $50 on all modern platforms, aside from Nintendo. It's also on Game Pass, which is what I'm playing it on here, but as this is Physical Paradise, I only cover games if there's a physical release, and there is for PS4 and PS5. Only in Japan and Asia, but they do have English amongst many other languages, so it's ripe for importing if you're a physical collector. Purchase links are below if you want it, and you can support us at the same time. It's nice, right? So, as the name implies with Gaiden, this is a side story. This is not a main entry in the series, it's more of an accompanying piece to the previous game, Yakuza Like a Dragon, which starred a new protagonist rather than the long-running hero of Kiryu. But they didn't want to just throw him away, so they knocked this one out, which I'm pretty sure fans will be pleased about. I've played about half of Yakuza 0, and I already adore this guy, and I can't wait to play like 8 other games with him in it. These games, I think it's been bandied around by people with a lack of imagination, such as myself, that this is essentially the successor to Shenmue. It's from Sega. You go around small but packed Japanese areas, get into scrapes with local thugs, and play a few rounds of Space Harrier while you have a break from saving the day. They're known for their wackiness, lack of airs and graces, and it's all wonderfully funny and serious at the same time. They really have their own tone. And this one's all about the story. It's quite serious from the off, and I have to be frank, the sheer amount of cutscenes early on probably would have accounted for the majority of my 1 hour time limit. Eat your heart out, Kojima. Thankfully, I don't really want to know the story properly right now, because I've got like 132 Yakuza games to play before this one, like to connect the narrative, so I skip most of it. But it seems interesting enough with Kiryu in his new life, so to speak. You'll spend a lot of your early time getting taught about the battle system, which is definitely a little bit different to the last time I played Zero, a little bit, and it is a beat-em-up style system, not the new turn-based JRPG system the mainline games are going for now. You have this sort of spectral whip like a Jedi Indiana Jones or something, which is really fun, and I love the weapon finishes. Of course, defense is a big thing in this game, with blocks and counters, which I'm not a natural at. What can I say? I'm a ferocious animal, I'm a bear, and bears don't do counter uppercuts. But I can already feel I would definitely need to get used to that if I was to play any further. In fact, I kind of dislike the placement of those buttons. Not sure I fancy all that stuff on the near shoulder buttons like at all. I think if I could, I would switch the whip, which is on B on the Xbox, and put that on the shoulder button and do the dodging and blocking with another button, whatever. I am a little worried by the slow start. Like, I'm all for great stories and narrative, but endless cutscenes interspersed with tutorial fisticuffs had me itching to have a little bit more freedom in movement, and even when that came, it quickly switched back to cutscenes between scrapes. But having played Zero quite a bit, I am confident it will pick up, and I'm sure there's a fantastic, crazy game to get wrapped up in with stupid but adorable side quests and characters to meet. Sadly, I didn't get to any of the interesting mini-games. I could have had a go at Hanafuda, but I didn't get to any of the coin ops in my short time with it. I heard Sonic the Fighters is in here, and I gotta play that. And Daytona! It's honestly kind of worth it just for those ROMs alone. There's even Master System games that are really spoiling us. The visuals are great, the music so far has been decent, and did I mention the cutscenes? They're awesome and really well directed, even if they do go on quite a bit right at the beginning. I'm just massively impressed that Ryuga Gotoku Studio managed to pump these out at such an alarming rate. Like, these are AAA titles that don't burn holes in the company's bank account. Yeah, it's probably oversaturated a little bit right now, but I think it's great, and Western studios could learn something from this team. Would I buy this? Absolutely yes. Would I buy it now? Absolutely not. I've got a lot of catching up to do, and I want to go through this series properly, so it would be a while. If you're already fully caught up with the series, you've probably already bought this. If you're not already Yakuza'd out by this point, I don't think this is a great jumping in point either. So yeah, this is a bit of a useless video, all things considered, but if you want to pick it up physically, consider checking the links below. Have a good day, guys.